The hills are alive with the
Touristen,
sound
Alter.
of music. Guys, this is where Sound of Music was filmed.
What? Hvad sagt der?
Sound of Music.
What? Hvad is this?
Weiß ich nicht. What? You're Austrian. The Sound of Music.
Var det så film oder so?
Nej,
weiß auch
Sound of a doe, a deer, a female.
Nej.
I am 16 going on.
Hvad sagt der?
No. The Sound of Music.
Nej, jo.
Raindrops and roses and...
Englisch kenne ich nicht, så schlecht geht. Der hat einen Vogel, oder? Ja. Interessiert mich nicht, the Sound of Music.
How can it be that a movie about Austria, filmed in Austria, one of the most famous movies ever created, is not interesting for so many Austrians? Or is that even the case? Today, I'm gonna find out. So I got myself and my lack of hair on my bike as I ventured on my mission to interview Austrians and tourists throughout the city of Salzburg about the Sound of Music. I'm also going to be visiting every single Sound of Music beautiful film location that exists. I've been in Austria for 5 years. There's 3 things that I heard after I moved here. Number 1, Ohrkatzelschwur. Number 2, Mozart. And number 3, Sound of Music. The Sound of Music, from my research, is the number 17 greatest films of all time. And my grandma watched it every week. So we're now at the Residenzplatz, and this is of course where Maria in the movie got her confidence. She splashed the water, and that was it. Now we're gonna ask some people around here what they think about it. Have you seen Sound of Music?
Nope. Nope.
Why haven't you seen Sound of Music?
What is it?
What is it? I love it. Do you not know Sound of Music?
No.
Where are you from?
Tyrol. Tyrol?
So Austria. You've never heard Sound of Music?
No.
That concludes our interview. There you have it. I talked to 2 Austrians, they didn't know the movie, therefore no Austrians know the movie. So instead of doing more interviews, let's head out and see where Sound of Music was filmed. And right now I stand before one of the greatest landmarks of that film, the gazebo. It's where Maria and the guy dancing a dance around the... It's where the Maria and the other man dance inside around the... What? Liesel, what's Liesel?
It's the one dancing.
It's where Maria and Liesel danced.
No, Liesel, not Maria. Liesel and Rolf.
It's where Liesel and Rolf dance around. Johan, you're lying to me.
Come and look. Come and look.
Liesel von Trapp. Is this Maria? I should have watched with my grandma. Liesel von Trapp and Rolf danced around this gazebo famously. It's also where they had their first kiss. And this gazebo, since... Okay, enough, Johnny, of you pretending to know what you talk about. Let's move on. This is where the boat scene was filmed, where Maria and the children fall into the water. Fun fact though, the youngest child almost drowned because it's not funny, she couldn't swim, but they kept rolling anyway to get the shot. And she didn't drown, so it's fine. So, on to the next. This is the famous chapel that Maria famously left to be a famous governess. Famously. They cut a hole here because they needed to fit the camera through, and then they welded it back up. The Hollywood. And they didn't even ask for permission. Look, there you can see the welding mark. Classic Hollywood, not asking for permission. Classic Johnny's hairline. Non-existent. What? Sound of Music stairs. This is the Meribelgarten. So you see this house here? Looks like a nice house to have wives in, eh? You think this is a nice house to have wives? Yeah? The Archbishop had 17 in there. The old boy was busy at work with his wives. Whatever he was doing with 17 wives. I don't know who needs 17 wives. But that's what the Archbishop did. I got the information now that they weren't wives, they were mistresses. What's a mistress? But in all seriousness, I did do some more interviews. Do you know Sound of Music? Oh, hold on. Sorry, excuse me. Do you know Sound of Music?
Yes, I do know of it, yes.
Yes, I've watched it.
Excuse me. Yeah, most of our questions don't make sense here. Okay, so that didn't go so well, but I did end up finding some Austrians that have both seen the movie and they liked it. Sound of Music. Kennt ihr Sound of Music?
Ich kenne Sound of Music, ja.
Magt ihr Sound of Music überhaupt?
Ich mag Sound of Music gern, weil da gibt es ja tolle Lieder drin. Ne?
Mag es eigentlich auch ganz gern, ja.
I've always liked it because I like light music, you know, it's entertainment.
So it seems like if Austrians have seen it, they do like it. But the question now comes, the purpose for this video, do people care less about movies that are filmed in their hometown? Do you think that there's truth behind the fact of you care less about film or a massive project when it was produced where you live? Or do you not think about this much?
No, absolutely. It's the same as Crocodile Dundee in Australia. That's not the real Australia. So, yeah, you do think less of it. And other people straight away refer to, like, Crocodile Dundee.
I'm from Prague, and there's a lot of stuff that was filmed there, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
from there. And I'm like, really? Oh, please teach me.
Why do you think a movie that's about Austria, filmed in Austria, has not been seen by Austrians?
Good question.
So, Sound of Music, huh? Do people really care, or do you really care if the movie was made in your city? At the end of the day, I think the important thing is it entertaining? Does it bring a smile to your face? When yes, bastia, doesn't matter. Hopefully this video brought a smile to your face, and subscribe if it did.
But Johnny, you're from New Zealand, right? What about Lord of the Rings?
What? What's Lord of the Rings? Nah, I don't think these benches were that far apart in the movie.